Hey guys, I'm at work. I'm not allowed to show my work logo, so this is what we're working with for right now. Don't excuse the fit, okay? Excuse also the way that I look because I'm also, at work, so can't really do too much about the look. But right now, I got a wrap with blackened chicken and some other stuff and fries for my little break. At my job, we do get an hour break, which is good. Sometimes an hour feels like 5 minutes. It doesn't really feel like an hour. I don't really know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Work as of recently has sucked. Like, terribly sucked. Like, I don't even know how to describe how bad it is. Like, even if I tried to describe to you how bad work has been, I feel like it still wouldn't do it justice enough of how bad it truly has been. Recently we kind of have gotten new management. I don't really want to say new management because they're the same people that I've like always seen, but usually we have like a main manager that like is usually manager all the time, right? And then we have people that are kind of like, they are managers, but they're not really like managers. I was meaning to say they're managers, but they don't work as often as the one manager that is like in charge of everything. They normally don't have as much hours as him. Like he has like majority of the days with us, and then they'll have like 1 or 2 days out of the week. And the main manager that we have, he took a little vacay, which is obviously fine, he's allowed to have a vacation. Just not when I work, actually, ever again, because that was maybe the worst 2 weeks of my life. And let me tell you why. So I am honestly convinced that every other manager that works with me hates me. Either they hate me or they have favorites, which honestly I know one is true already. I already know that they have favorites, and I don't like when you're in a workplace and they clearly have people that they like and they treat differently than they treat you, especially if I've done nothing wrong. So I guess at our job, it's like a policy that you can only have like a certain amount of jewelry, right? But me, I obviously do wear a lot of jewelry, which I feel like is fine considering that everyone else wears jewelry. It would be okay if they told me that like, okay, Lauren, you only can wear 1 bracelet and 1 ring each finger per hand and 2 earrings or 1 earring, and they said that's the policy, and I'm breaking the policy actively every single day, like, and I'm the only one that's doing it. I guess my problem is not even like that the policy is set in place, because if this was a policy that was set in place, obviously I'm not going to be somebody that's like breaking the policy. But the thing is, it's like this has never really been an enforced policy in my head, because I've been wearing this jewelry the entire summer and no one has said like, hey, take that out, or we don't like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, bet, like I'm just wearing this jewelry. And alongside me has been like 5 other girls that wear even more jewelry than me. So I'm like, okay, well, jewelry's just a thing here and everyone's wearing jewelry, and that's fine. I get to work and they tell me like, hey babe, you can't wear that jewelry. They enforce the policy, and then the policy is not enforced on anyone else but me. And majority of the girls that are where I work wear a lot of jewelry, like I said. So I'm like, why is the policy not being enforced for them but it's being enforced for me? That goes for like every other thing at the job. Like my job is a very lax environment. Like no one really works. And not even like no one works, but like we all are kind of aware that some people have days where like they kind of are like don't want to do their job or like are just tired or anything. So I feel like because we all know that, we usually are pretty like aware ourselves of being like, okay, like we'll just take orders for other people if they're not in their section, and that's like kind of how it is in our job. People taking breaks is not something that's like uncommon at my job. Like people just will sit down, run off, hide somewhere, do all of those things and be gone for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, like long periods of time. And me, obviously, I indulge in the breaks, because if people are gonna take them, like I might as well, like if there's no one in my section and it's not busy, like I'll sit down and do whatever. When other people take 30-minute breaks, 40-minute breaks, they're gone for forever. It's like people seem to not notice that they're gone. But when I'm gone 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it's like, where's Lauren? It's literally like the whole job's burning down. We need Lauren to come and rescue all of us, because they will literally throw the whole job, turn it around, trying to look for me. And it's like, girl, why is it always like when I take a little excursion, it's a problem, but when other people are gone for longer periods of time than me, it's fine? I don't know. The reason I haven't really like talked to anyone in higher power and I reported this, or like fact that like I feel like I'm low-key getting targeted by certain managers. The reason I haven't reported it is because it's like hard to be like, hey, so when I go on break, they always get mad at me for when I take breaks, but then when other people take like breaks, it's fine. Or like, yeah, I know that the policy says that you're not allowed to wear jewelry, but when I break the policy and wear more jewelry than I'm supposed to, then it's bad. But when other people do it, it's fine. Like, it's hard to go because it's like, I mean, I'm technically not really following the rule, I guess, but it's also like, if it's a laxed environment and you have never enforced these rules before and you've allowed this to go on. This has gone on since I started. When I was like 16 years old, and I'm 19 now. So this has gone on for years that they have just not like talked about this rule or anything. So I don't understand like why now they're enforcing it only on me. Like, what the? Hello? And then there's one manager. You know what? I really hope the manager doesn't see this. But also, I'm not naming anybody, you know. I'm just telling the truth and nothing but the truth. Respectfully. There's one manager that he talked about me to 4 different individuals. So I was like, at our job, I work at a country club. So the pool, we have like a pool section for the summer, right? So in the pool area, we have a bar. So usually if my section's not busy, if there's no one in my section, you know, I'll just stand behind the bar and relax, get some air, because it's literally 3,000 billion degrees in Texas. I keep seeing this one specific manager keep looking at me as I'm behind the bar, but not saying anything to me, you know. Like, when he comes around me, I hear nothing from him. But he went around like 4 different individuals. So he talked to the girl that was behind the bar. He talked to my brother. He talked to my other friend, and then he talked to this other girl that I worked with, all saying that he does not like the fact that I'm behind the bar. And he's like, she doesn't do her job, she needs to get from behind the bar. He's like just talking about me for no reason. As a manager, you would think like you're supposed to be like professional as a manager, but no. The manager that was switching him out, he was an AM manager and she was a PM manager. So like they were like just swapping places. He tells her that he doesn't like the fact that I'm behind the bar. Like I go behind the bar again, and then she tells me later on, she's like, hey, so said that he doesn't want people behind the manager doesn't want you to be behind the bar. And I was like, the manager that's left, he's gone for the AM, and now you're like telling me now that he doesn't want me to be behind the bar, when he could have told me this himself. Like, why not just come up to me and say, hey, like, you know what, I don't really want you behind the bar? Why relay it to many other people thinking like, okay, they're gonna relay it to her, so then she'll just leave, rather than just telling me yourself as the manager? Like, I feel like he doesn't like come to me with his problems, he goes to everybody else. But you know what? I just think that this job is like, it's pretty interesting in certain ways of that. I don't really like feeling like I'm being, I don't even want to say like taken advantage of, but I just don't like to feel like people are targeting me and then they're looking at other people that I work with and then just being like, oh yeah, like I like her, she's my friend. I feel like managers and friends shouldn't really mix. If you're going to be a manager and you have friends outside of work, or you're friends with the people that you work with outside of work, I feel like favoriting the people that you're friends with outside of work at work is wild to me. But you know what? I guess my opinion is just my opinion. Who am I? But I don't know. I'm currently working an all-day shift, so I am working 9 to 9. It's currently 3:20. I go back to work at 4 o'clock. So I know this video is a little like very much so a rant. I just get sick and tired of people like abusing their power at work. I don't know. You know, hopefully my job does not see this, but if they do, I don't have an explanation. Hey. But anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my wrap and the rest of the 40 minutes that I have before I have to go back and away again. I'm sorry this video is a little like low budget today. I'm trying to post twice a week, you know. I'm doing the best that I can. Give me a break, guys. I love you all very much, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Comment down below if you have a job that you don't like, but let me know why you don't like it. Tell me about your situation. Anyways, love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next week's video. Toodles. Bye.